And so how does one get the house to be even? Because I can't sell the house if it's uneven, right? Or if it is uneven, I can show them, look, Property Jack did the work. This house is stable, but it's not necessarily as even.
Yeah. So there's different animals there. So the first part is, all right, we talked about the footers. Footers are your basic building block for the house.
Yes.
So we get the footers to make sure that they never move again. And we get, what we're going to do, we lift. Every house gets a little bit of lift, but it depends on how bad it is. But we're going to lift as much as we can until we are concerned that it's going to start breaking drywall or breaking floor joists. We'll get it to where we want it to be. And then when I tell you it's time to stop, it's probably time to stop. Now, that's the footer. That doesn't take care of the middle. You know what I'm saying? The footers are going to, like if we're picking up this table, and you're picking it up just on the edges, if the table wasn't as completely solid, the middle wouldn't go with it. You know what I'm saying? The longer the house is, the bigger the house is, it's harder to do that. That's where we might have to come in and add some stabilization jacks on the inside, some steel posts spaced strategically apart that we can use to raise the center beam, or we might add ancillary beams in to lift the rest of the flooring up to get that as level as possible. Now, those you're going to have access to, because if they're either going to be in a crawl or a basement, so those can be tightened. And my recommendation on those is similar to the piers. We get it as tight as we can, but then we can adjust those. And it's like braces on teeth. They don't put your teeth in, when your teeth are straightened, they don't do it all in one day. If you do it in one day, all your teeth will fall out. You've moved the ribs too far. It's the same with a house. You get it as tight as you can, and they tighten your braces. And then you go back in 3 or 4 weeks and they tighten them again. And then you get to where you want to be. And that's what you do with stabilization jacks, is we can tighten it as tight as we can. But then we come back in 60 days and we tighten them again. And then we come back and tighten them again. You see what I'm saying? You can get to where you want to get it. You can get it there. But you're taking a 16-foot floor joist that has been warped in the middle and it's sitting there. We put a jack in the middle and we've lifted it up. But if you lift it all the way up, you're going to break the floor joist. So you have to lift it as much as you can, and you come back, lift it again. Lift it again, then you'll get there. But in the short run, cosmetically, with subfloors, they do this thing. Once you know the floor joists aren't moving anymore, they're stable, that you can jump on them, then you can take your subfloor and you can make it level cosmetically. You can use you can put Luan on top of OSB, whatever you need to do. You could use self-leveling concrete. I'm not a fan, but you could. If it's a actual garage floor, then yeah, you could mud jack that. You could foam jack it to get it back to level once the footers are fixed, or you could actually remove that concrete and re-pour it, knowing now it won't.
And you're throwing out some terms that I'm you said mud jack, foam jack. If you have any jack, they just need to call you. Or so simply terms, I knew the stair step crack, but going back to the stair step crack, it goes on, kind of looks like steps, but when you see that, I was told it happens, houses settle, as you're saying, but what really is a cause of concern is if it's breaking the brick. If it's a stair step crack and they're actually cracking the brick, that takes a tremendous bit of force to do that, doesn't it?
Real estate investing has gotten a lot harder, right? Interest rates are high. There's a lot fewer buyers. Material prices have gone up. Labor rates have gone up. And there's just a lot of uncertainty in the market. And the solution for moving forward is to get some clarity. And so that's why Freedom Property Group is offering a class called Financial Freedom Accelerator to show you how to find deals in every market, including this one, and to be able to move forward confidently with your next investment. You can find out more on our website. You can email me at eric@fpg-ky.com, or you can call or text at 502-921-3989.
Yeah, to break through the brick or the block, it does take more force. Because sometimes it could be a crappy mortar job.
Right.
But those cracks are. But if the brick itself is broken, then yeah, it took some force, and that means that footer's dropped, and so the brick didn't come with the footer. Now it's settled and separated.
Gotcha. And what type of warranty do you provide, or somebody's selling a house or they had this work done by PermaJack? Is that transfer to the next owner? How long is the warranty on your services? And I know that's important in some of these real estate transactions.
So piers come with a 30-year transferable warranty. You can transfer as many times as you want.
30 years.
And no fee to transfer. It's something I tell people to be leery of. There are some companies out there that want to charge you a fee to transfer, or they'll call you and say, oh, you should have transferred that within 60 days of buying the house. Like me personally, I don't care who owns the house. What I care about is the address. and the address is how I file things, that warranty goes with it. 30 years for piers, 20 years for crawl space jacks or basement jacks, and lifetime for basement worker.
Lifetime water.
Lifetime
Okay.
transfer. Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.